I state your name.
Mary Beth Strange.
Do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the ordinances of the Borough of Highbridge,
and the ordinances of the Borough of Highbridge,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and the government established in the United States
and the government established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform
that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform
all the duties of the office of Board of Health
all the duties of the office of Board of Health
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
So, Mia Baldwin is hereby the recipient of the annual Borough of Highbridge Environmental Commission's 2018 Green Award in recognition of her active volunteer involvement in the borough's green team activities. Mia was caught being green for completing a borough milkweed inventory, creating milkweed awareness signs for patches of milkweed growing within the borough, and setting up a milkweed display for Community Day. An environmentally conscientious resident, Mia makes her contribution to our town in a quiet way, not looking for any recognition, just taking pride in our town and doing her part to keep Highbridge an environmentally sustainable place to live. The Highbridge Environmental Commission recognizes Mia Baldwin for her ongoing environmentally responsible actions promoting sustainable environmental awareness. So the mayor and the council of the Borough of Highbridge do appreciate your commitment to the environment and the betterment of the citizens of the Borough of Highbridge. Congratulations on your role. Does somebody have a camera to take a picture?
Correct.
But the fact of the matter, to do this literally right after the election, before I'm even sworn in to rename Borough Hall, is an insult to me and everyone that voted for me. And to seem like it's okay to just make this decision in a room full of, support, there's a lot of emotion involved with that. It was not appropriate, nor was it appropriate to add it onto the reorg meeting when I was being sworn in. So I'm totally open to adding this as a discussion item, as I said in my email earlier this week, to the next council agenda. We have a lot to cover, but people should have a say in what's happening, and we have to do it right.
Once again, if it's going to be on the next, as an introduction, I'm more than happy to withdraw the motion. Or we could simply have a vote, and people can vote whatever way they want to vote, whether or not to amend right now, if they feel it's unnecessary. That's certainly fine. As long as it's going to be on the next agenda somewhere, so it can be dealt with and be done, as we said it would be in January. I mean, that's what it comes. I don't want to have this not just drift away until no one's around or something. That's just, it should happen.
So how do we get it on the next agenda? Just saying we all agree to it, or do we have to vote to do that? Or?
First of all, you would have to either vote on the pending motion, or the motion would have to be withdrawn by the mover and the seconder, in order to then deal with putting it on the next agenda, as opposed to having it tonight.
Once again, I'm happy, if it's going to be on the next, I'm happy to withdraw. That's fine.
So that's a withdrawal from Strange? I will withdraw as well. Withdrawal from Columbus.
So there is no pending motion now. The floor is open, Mayor, for any other motion or,
Which would move
yeah,
just to the agenda.
or to move forward.
Okay to move forward? Yeah. Okay, let's open it up for the second round of public comment.
That was done in a bubble. All Mark's friends were here. There was 3 of us that were not Mark's friends. And there's a lot of peer pressure, and I didn't want to say anything because let Mark have his day. We had an election. That's the time to honor an incumbent mayor, not then turn around and give him a participation prize. I mean, this is kind of like snowflake-ish. And yeah, I am mad, and there are other people mad. There's not this great love for this guy that you guys have for him. You're in a bubble. You go out and you canvass and you find out there's a lot of dissatisfaction. And that might be with Michelle Lee in a few years. This is nonsense. Thank you for your time.
Is now the time to talk about this?
If you'd like to make a comment,
Any
a public
comment you want to
comment,
make.
come
Yeah.
up to the microphone.
Public comments are for any topic that you want that relates to the borough.
I'd like to back Fred up on
You
this.
gotta say-
Can you say
Oh, my
your
name
name?
is Michelle
Say.
Hoffman. I live at 61 Church Street. We have our Christmas decorations up way too long. Not my fault. I want you to hear this and not react to it, but just listen. Because it's not out of malice, but it's actually kindness that I'm talking to you about this. Which is that you all are living in a bubble. You guys are a clique, and we really hit the streets, and we knocked on doors, and we organized because people were sick of the fact that things just happen without them knowing. Things happen behind, like, it doesn't feel like we have a lot of input. And before you start blaming us for not being able to come to these meetings, I will say, I leave my house at 7 in the morning and I get home at 7 p.m. sometimes. I am fully in charge of cooking dinner, cleaning up, putting dishes away, doing everything. I'm exhausted. I'm done at 9 p.m. So I can't make it here all the time. But I just wanted to say that I've talked to friends, I've talked to neighbors, I'm very outgoing. I've heard from them. You guys are in a bubble. Mark is not that popular. And I'm sorry, but he's not also nice. I'm a very visible person in this community. I think I'm the only one who looks like me around here. And I have introduced myself, and he won't even say hello. I don't want to drive by and see his name on Borough Hall every day when I know he wasn't listening to us, he wasn't representing us. And I do think we have bigger issues. I can't teach my son how to ride a bicycle on my street because it is so cut up. And that is not why we live an hour and a half from where I work. Thank you.
Any other public comments?
Yeah, I'm Tom Wesco. I'm on Church Street, and I want to make a comment. It's nothing personal. I think it's completely inappropriate. It's unusual, would indicate some stellar activity went on in Highbridge. The normal situation is we deal with a situation like this after the person's expired. There's good reason for that. Who knows what can happen during the rest of the person's life. When we have a name on a building, could be a problem. So that's why that custom is observed. I think it'd be wise to observe it in our situation as well.
Sometimes silence is worse than getting up and saying something. So, first of all, congratulations, Michelle. I am very happy as a woman. I am very happy for you. But I can't sit there and get up and listen to, some people say stuff about Mark Desire. I'm happy to say maybe I'm in the bubble, I'm in the clique, but I do like Mark. I have a lot of respect for Mark. When I was at that meeting in December, I thought it was a beautiful idea, and I think it's just a shame that Highbridge is just, we're not being kind. I mean, no disrespect to Michelle. I don't think if that were to happen, that would be anything against you. The way I see it, it'd be something in appreciation of Mark. And I'm sorry that you feel that way. And I don't think anyone that were to support Mark, if that was to happen, if that idea was to actually come to the table, I don't think you should ever feel that that's against you. I think it's just everyone in the bubble, his clique, his friends, as you have your followers, which is why you're sitting there. And I'm sure the work that you're going to do, one day everyone's going to thank you and recognize what you've done. And
Don't have a building after me.
and I just think that everyone should maybe just like calm down and let's just try to be kind. There's no reason to stand up here and say that Mark Desire is not a good man, because he really is.
I just had an idea in all the discussion around recognition of Mark Desire. I wonder if maybe it might be appropriate to recognize all our past mayors. If again, I do appreciate the effort that, whether I agree with Mark Desire on all his issues or not. I mean, there was a lot of 12 years of dedication to the township's important, but I also think the dedication of all our other past mayors to this township is also important. So, in my mind, recognition of all of the mayors who have supported this town would be an appropriate way to not only recognize Mark Desire for his 12 years, but also all the other mayors. And I think it would be, you know, a nice gesture for everyone who served this town. Thank you.
Nobody gets into this job to try to slip something by the town or something done for themselves. I know, I'm sure that our new mayor has the absolute best intentions. I commend her a lot for stepping up and throwing her hat in the ring and bringing some fresh ideas to Highbridge. But I take exception to the statement that we try to do something in a bubble and we try to get something past the people. We're always here. You can always come and make a comment.
I did not say that.
I didn't say you, Fred. I'm sorry. I didn't say that. I'm not talking about anything that you said. Okay. But I've heard that before, that we don't listen to the people. We listen to the people. My cell phone number is on the website. I have never not answered my cell phone.
Wait, my home phone number's on there, I don't put Borough Halls.
I don't get phone calls on it. My email address is on the website. You have a question, you want to know what's going on, ask one of us. Our departments are on there. Ask one of us about something that concerns our department. Don't go to Facebook and say, what's going on with this? You're not going to get the correct answer.
Plus, we had coffee with the mayor every month, and Michelle's gonna carry this on, I guess, too, so that's a Saturday opportunity for people too.
Well, but not always Saturday. I mean, at different times, Saturday, Sunday, late,
But it's
so
a
there are
weekend.
ample opportunities.
There are opportunities.
I think everybody up here works very hard and does the best that they can. I leave my house at 5:30 in the morning and I get home at 6:30. And I cook dinner, I clean up, I do all that stuff too, and then I go out to meetings to try to help the borough.
Not just council meetings.
Not just
Subcommittees on top of subcommittees, night after night.
that's all. Thank you.
I will save my other comments until the next council meeting. But I do have a lot more to say, and I will just say one last time, we just went through a very difficult election. That was hard for Mark, it was hard for all of us, for me, for George, for Lee, for everybody that threw their hat in the ring. And to rehash this over something so silly, put a plaque on the wall. We don't even have to have another meeting. I'm all for it. It's inappropriate. And I wish you guys had thought a little bit more about it during that December meeting. Because it was a really nice meeting, but it just went to the point that it didn't need to go. So, anyway, that's all I'm gonna say.